I used to be the chief of peace, the chief of the peacekeeping operation at the United Nations. I have been working here at the UN over 44 years. And also I am now, last year I was the special advisor to the President of the General Assembly. And also I am the CEO of the International Federation for Peace and Sustainable Development. I run that organization with my wife, Sally Kader. She's a very dynamic person who do a lot of work for the women, especially in this time of the year with the CSW. And George, a friend of mine, he invited me to come to one of their activities, and that's why I am here today, trying to do some respond to his activity. And I encourage him to continue doing this type of work. Thank you.
好的，那么首先呢，我们邀请联合国大会主席特别顾问拉斐尔·卡德先生上台为大家分享。卡德先生长期致力于推动全球性别平等之城，他的工作为女性赋权提供了重要支持。有请他为大家致辞，掌声欢迎。
Okay, next we move to the special address segment. I will introduce our distinguished guests one by one. So first, let's welcome Mr. Raphael Card, Special Advisor to the President of the UN General Assembly. Mr. Card has long been committed to advancing the global gender equality agenda, and his work has provided critical support for women's empowerment. Please take the floor to address the conference.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure that I started before you today, having received this invitation from the Global Alliance for Sustainable Development Foundation and delivered to meet the occasion. We gathered here today on the occasion of the UN Women Conference, the 69th session, for the Commission of the Status of Women at the United Nations in New York. We focused on reviewing and appraising the implementation of future declarations and platform of action, and the outcome of the 23rd special session for General Assembly. With the focus in gender equality and women empowerment, the crucial moment unites us in contributing to world peace and United Nations public welfare. The type of work that Mrs. Kagan, my wife, doing as President of the International Federation for Peace and Sustainable Development has doing for the last 25 years in collaboration with your organization will be instrumental in moving the important work forward. And I am sure she has been in these times of global uncertainty and expansion challenge, the role of sustainable development and public welfare initiative cannot be overstated. They are the foundation upon which build a future of peace, security, justice for all. As we come together, we are reminded of the profound impact that your action can have. Let us not underestimate the importance of gender equality, empowerment of women, and ensuring that every individual, regardless of their background, has opportunity to succeed. We know that when a woman succeeds, community and nation prospers. Tonight, let us reaffirm our commitment for the principle of the United Nations, motivation by vision of world where peace is not distant dream, but tangible reality for all. Together we are stronger, and together we can achieve greatness. May our effort today pave the way for a brighter tomorrow. Thank you.
常感谢凯德先生的分享。好。
Yeah, thank you very much for your sincere speech.
好的，那么接下来呢，我们有请的是前联合国非政府组织新闻部执行委员会主席布鲁斯·诺茨先生上台为大家致辞。
Our second speaker is Mr. Bruce Knott, former chair of UN Executive Committee. Mr. Knott has leveraged the power of media to bring global attention to women's issue, injecting more voice into the cause of women's empowerment. Let's welcome him with applause.
Good evening, everybody. We have a very messed up world. I'm sure you know this already. We have climate change that the countries are not doing what they're supposed to do. We have human rights violations. We have poverty and famine. And the only entity that really is dealing with these issues properly is the United Nations. And that's why we have to support the United Nations in every way possible. Climate change is getting worse, and it's the United Nations that is telling us what we need to do. Human rights are being violated, and the High Commission for Human Rights is dealing with those issues. We have the World Food Program to deal with poverty and hunger. So we need to support the United Nations. One other thing that I want to mention is that statistics should tell us over and over again that when women are in power, things go better. The last time we wanted to get a Secretary General of the UN, many of us were hoping that a woman would win. Antonio Guterres, of course, became the Secretary General, and the women were gracious to say the best man won. But we're going to have another election, and it's high time that we had a woman Secretary General of the UN. I hope you agree. Thank you very much.